ChrisVossShow.com, ChrisVossShow.com. Come here, blog post I want to share with you. Of course, review the latest in social media and technology. This probably isn't the latest, but this is the TT560 Speedlite from Neewer. This is something we ordered off of Amazon, so it's not a big promotion or anything like that. In essence, we're using this for our new Canon T5i, and it's a much inexpensive light than buying the Canon OEM flashes. We're going to test it out just to see if it'll really work up to par and do well. It's got great reviews on Amazon, so we're hoping those are correct. It's got huge reviews on Amazon, I should say. Anyway, we're going to try it. It's like $50 right now on Amazon, so you can't lose. We figured we'd try it before we drop $300 or $400 on a Canon flash. So we're going to check it out. It looks like it's got an on-off switch. You can switch between S1 and S2 modes, so you can slave this or master it. It's got a test button to fire a test flash, power up. You can increase the output of the flash, power down. You can decrease the output of the flash. Looks like some of the older Canon flashes that you've probably seen. So let's go and open it up. We'll test it out and see what we really think, which is what we do. Now, we found out recently that sometimes buying third-party parts or different things. Looks like we've got a base here. So we've got a base there you can take and utilize if you want to stand this as a slave mode. And you've also got your directions. Those are always good to have. We recently found in testing a third-party non-OEM Canon product that the battery grip base didn't really work out well for us. So hopefully this will be a better experience. Now it looks like it comes in a nice protective carry bag, so you can make sure it stands protected and everything else. Here's what it looks like out of the bag. Looks like we've got a plastic thing we can peel off there. And that's rotating around the back side. Looks like we've got another plastic thing we can peel off there. So it looks pretty good, feels pretty solid, doesn't feel plasticky in any way, shape, or form like a lot of times I see some of these third-party products. Looks like we've got a up one, minus plus mode test on-off buttons. And looks like we're going to take batteries down the side here and all that good stuff. And looks like on this side we have a plug-in, and then here we have another plug-in. So, and of course you got the hot shoe thing there at the bottom. So what we're going to do is test it out, play with it, see what we think. And of course, like a lot of the Canon things, these have a extra, I'm not sure if we're supposed to keep that or not. Maybe we are. I've never seen that before, but there you go. So you can take and shade this if you want and all that good stuff. In fact, I'm pretty sure that comes out. Well, I could be wrong. We'll figure out. We'll read the directions first before I rip it out of there. Anyway, we're going to test it. Okay, so we've gotten a chance to play with the TT560 Neewer Speedlite. It's a great flash if you just have your normal screens and everything else. One of the challenges I have in using it with the T5i Canon is that a lot of times I use the screen to shoot. I'm pretty lazy. I don't really look through the viewfinder much. And the problem is it doesn't work with the viewfinder. It will flash just nicely if you're using the eyepiece like you would in most cameras. But in the T5i, where it has the back screen, where I can touch the back screen to fire off what I want to shoot at, or if I just want to use the back screen with the shutter button, it will not use the flash during that process. So since I normally shoot that way, it really inhibits me being able to shoot with the T5i or with pretty much any of your cameras that are going to use a back thing, I would imagine. It seems to only work if you're using the eyepiece with the shutter, not if you're using the back screen to view your image before you shoot. So it's kind of a fail for me on that point. Although the product does work, it's a good product. In essence, I mean, what you do have is it does take great flashes. It's got the old style screw down, which also was disappointing. I've since gotten the new Canons that have the quick swipe lock or whatever mechanism you want to call it, where you can just lock it into place and you don't have to sit there and screw it on, as unscrew it off and worry if it's going to fall out. So I definitely like the new Canon systems better, and I'd recommend you getting a Canon flash over this flash. Although, you know, I mean, you can save a lot of money by buying this. Now you can see here we can ratchet up and down the amount of flash you want to take and do. So you can do that. You've got your master, slave 1, slave 2 modes you can take and do. Different test fires you can do. It's, you know, hey, for $40 as opposed to the almost $300 I had to output for the Canon, and if you don't have $300, this is a great flash. But like I said, be careful. If you use your back screen for shooting, you're not going to be able to use the flash. The flash just won't activate in any way, shape, or form, no matter what we tried. So anyway, you can check it out. It's on Amazon. It's the Neewer TT560 Speedlite. Like I said, for $40, it will work with your eyepiece and shutter button. But if you use the back screen and shutter button, or if you just fire off the back screen, which you can do with the T5i just by pressing on it, it just will not work for you. So be sure to check it out at amzn.to.